everyone, this is Cunning Crypto, and today I'd like to introduce to you the most anticipated play-to-earn strategy game, Legend of Novaria. In this video, I'm going to show you why this game is going to be legendary, how to get started, the basic framework and features, and finally, I'll even share with you some tips and strategies so that you can be successful. Let's begin. First and foremost, this game is brought to you by Team NovaDEX. That means your funds are safe, and like this project, it's designed for the long haul. Here's a link to find out more about NovaDEX. Now this game is one of the first of its kind because it is built directly on the blockchain, which means every action in the game is recorded. This provides transparency and accountability. It also makes our game completely fair because everyone is playing by the same rules, and with the logic of the code, everyone can understand the odds without influence from third parties. Legend of Novaria is a 4X space strategy game, where 4X is an abbreviation of explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. The gameplay is more of a slow burn, so it's like a chess match, where you have to plan multiple steps ahead. And most importantly, this is a P2E game, or play to earn. That's right, show me the money. To sum it up, you build a fleet of spaceships, explore the NovaVerse, mine for rewards, and if you so choose, pillage and plunder other players. You can think of this as a gamification of a yield farm, where you input money and you have the potential to earn rewards and have fun doing it. Of course there's risk involved, but if you follow the tips and strategies that I will show you later, you can increase the probability of earning a nice return on your investment. Now let's talk about how to get started. You will need to have our native token Nova in order to play. NovaDEX has its own exchange, which is the only place we provide liquidity for you to buy Nova. Let me repeat that. You can only buy Nova from NovaDEX. If you see it offered anywhere else, please run. You've been warned. Now once you have Nova, click on the Novaria tab. After your wallet is connected, you will then have to approve both the fleet contract and treasury contract in order to play. Next, you will get to set your player name. And here we are, this is the Overview tab. On the top from left to right we have your screen name, experience points, which is 1 point for every 10 Nova spent. Next is Nova balance, then mineral balance, which shows the actual amount and the percentage of your max capacity. Location, which has an X and Y coordinate, the current Nova price, and your wallet address. You'll be able to use as many wallets as you'd like, but they will of course incur individual setup costs. This can be a useful strategy and tactic in the game. Scrolling down on the Overview tab, you will see various stats for the game. This is constantly being updated, so you may see new stats and features as the game progresses. Next, let's go to the Shipyard tab. Here we can see the types of ships that we can build. Now let's go over the ship stats. Some ships require experience points. You get 1 experience point for every 10 Nova spent, except when exploring, you actually get 3 times that amount. Each ship has a cost, and here are the main ship stats. You can see this ship is our basic attack workhorse. You get 1 attack power for each Nova spent. The shield is how much attack power it can absorb before being destroyed. And the size is important because your max fleet size has to be less than 5,000. Next, let's talk about mining capabilities. The first number is mining power. This is the amount of Nova you can mine per mining operation. The second number is mining capacity. This is the amount of Nova each ship can hold. Finally, let's talk about hangar space. This ship was designed to increase your max fleet size. So for each Gorian you possess, it increases your max fleet by 200. As the game progresses, we have the ability to add new ship classes, so stay tuned. Now once you've decided which ship you want to build, go to the Build Ship section. Here you will select which shipyard to use, and when you choose a shipyard, below you will see the location, who currently owns it, and the build fee for using it. The build fee is set by the owner and the fee they will receive for you using it. Then you select which ship you want to build and then the quantity. You will then see the total cost in Nova and a time that it will take to complete. Now if your strategic mine is already churning, yes, you can build in multiple locations at the same time. However, they can only be 1 type of ship per order and only 1 order per shipyard. Additionally, you must be physically at the shipyard location in order to claim your ships once they are completed. Below you can see a summary of your entire fleet composition and stats, your cooldowns. These are just timers that you must wait out before you can take that action again. For example, when you initiate a mine operation, you have to wait the required time before you can mine again, and when you travel to a location, you typically have to wait before you move again. Scrolling down further, you can see any battle progress, and if you own a shipyard and chose that shipyard above, Here is where you can set the shipyard name and the shipyard fee. Now let's look at the star map. As you can see, this is a grid system which starts on the bottom left, which is location 00, and expands infinitely upwards and to the right. Think of it as a baseball diamond, where home base is here at 00, where Haven is, and the x-axis or horizontal axis goes infinitely towards first base, and the y-axis or vertical axis goes infinitely towards third base. At the bottom we have arrows to navigate the map, a map location button, and a search portion where you can enter coordinates. And then we also have a legend describing what some of the symbols mean. A mining planet where you can find minerals, a shipyard where you build ships, a refinery where you can convert your minerals into Nova. This is also what we call a DMZ or demilitarized zone, which means it is a safe zone where no attacks can occur. And salvage, locations where there was a battle and there was salvage that can be picked up. It is equivalent to minerals which can be also converted to Nova at a refinery. The other icons show you where you are and where certain sizes of groups are located, so you can get a quick glance as to where people are on the map. Alright, now let's look at types of locations on the map. Haven. This is where everyone starts. It is a safe zone, shipyard, and refinery. At any location you should see the description, any travel cost or cooldowns if applicable, and the distance in AUs from where you are. You can also see who is currently there, any battles that are taking place, and another summary of your stats. The NovaVerse is comprised of star systems. In the early portion of the game, we will be operating in the Alpha Centauri star system. As the game progresses over time, there will be new star systems that will be discovered. Now when you discover a star, you can't travel to that location, but it should tell you that surrounding that star is its own ecosystem. That means you should be able to find shipyards, refineries, planets, and asteroids in the vicinity. Planets are where you will find the largest deposits of minerals. However, the cooldown for mining is the longest. Asteroids, you can find minerals and mine them much faster than planets, but the deposits won't be nearly as large as you would find on a planet. Hostile space. This is a blank space on the map which you cannot travel to. Empty space. Shown as a blue dot, there is nothing here to find, but you can use it as a jumping point, and you can also have battles here. Unexplored space. Shown as a yellow dot, you must explore the space before you can travel there. And you can only explore spaces at most 2 AUs away. Wormholes. Now I really like this function, and if you know how to use it, it's very useful. Later in the game, it'll be absolutely necessary. Wormholes let you travel between any other wormholes at a fraction of the travel cost, and there is no cooldown between wormhole travel. Alright, let's talk about travel. Here are the basic rules. 1. You cannot travel more than 5 AU at a time. 2. You cannot travel while the cooldown timer is on. And 3. You cannot travel while in battle mode. Alright, here's a travel tip. Always plan your trip. Factor in the timing. Every move you make typically has a cooldown associated with it. Factor these in so you can plan your trip accordingly. Factor in the cost. There's going to be a travel cost in Nova as well as gas fees. Use wormholes whenever possible. Scout the area for other players. If a player is more than 5 AUs away from you, they're going to have to spend at least 1 cooldown in order to get close to you. That should buy you some time in case you need to mine minerals, for example. Now, a shipyard, as you know by now, is where you build and pick up ships. But be wary, most shipyards are not safe zones, only the ones that have a refinery. In fact, this is one of the key features of the shipyard. I explained before that the owner of the shipyard can charge a fee for anyone using it to build ships. This is a nice way to get passive income of Nova. The first person to discover a shipyard automatically owns it, and the cooldown for ownership is 7 days. Now after that cooldown is over, it's open to attack, in which we call the shipyard takeover. Alright, now let's talk about battle mechanics. You must be at the same location to attack a player. You can only attack players within 4 times your size, bigger or smaller. Once battle is initiated, anybody can join as a defender or attacker. Battle resolves in 1 hour, and any player can resolve the battle. Here's a quick example of how to initiate a battle. Make sure you're at the location of the person that you want to attack. Click on the player's name, hit attack, and now you're in battle. Here is where you can view the battle status and when it can be resolved. During this time, players can join you in the attack or help the defender. I hope you can start to see the potential for this game. I believe working in a team will be the most successful way of playing, so I recommend you start to work with other players and form alliances. But you can choose to play however you like. Are you going to be an upstanding citizen in a peaceful alliance? Or Or are you going to be a Dark Force Legion to wreak havoc across the NovaVerse? What about a mercenary, a hired gun to the highest bidder? Or maybe you just want to be a lone miner or scavenger picking up scraps from epic battles. How will you play The Legend of Novaria? Thanks for watching. This is Cunny Crypto. Please like and subscribe to see more action as the NovaVerse unfolds. Also, check out the links in the description to find out more about the game and to connect with NovaDEX. I'll see you next time.